everybody, welcome to our guitar lesson for this week. Yes, I'm in my penguin outfit today because it's dress up week this week. So we are going to learn by request today. See, when you listen to these lessons and you request songs, you get to do them. So the one and only awesome Ava Jose requested Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. This is a great tune and it's extremely repetitive. So I'm going to pull up on my screen. I'm not going to pull this up on your screen because I'm just using Photo Booth, so you can look this up on your own if you want to. But I went to ultimateguitar.com. Feel free to pause this video as you're looking this up, and I just did a search for Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. And I'm going to teach you an easy part first. And basically, it just goes like this. This is the easy part. You're going to go, so you can see it. So we're going to go E minor, D. Oh, by the way, capo 2. Capo 2. Okay. E minor, D, C, G. E minor, D, C, G. Now I'm doing one strum on E minor and D, and then down, up, down on C, and down, up, down on G. With a little pause after the first down. So. That's the easy way. Here comes the hard way, and this is where you might want to look at the tabs on Ultimate Guitar. Okay, so from the capo, we're going to count up 8 and 7 frets. So I'm going to be on the 8th fret on, hang on a second, sorry, 8th fret on the 2nd string, and 7th fret on the 5th string. Okay, again, this is the hard way. Down here, I'm going to play the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th string together. Then, after that, I'm going to take my first finger off, move my second finger back one, and play my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And then just the 2nd string, and then just the 3rd string. So just to review, so I got 8 and 7 up here. I'm going to play 2nd, 3rd, and 5th string. Take this finger off, move this one back, play 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 2nd and 3rd. That's the first part. Then I'm going to soar way down here to 1st fret up from the capo on my 2nd string, and 3rd fret up from the capo I'll get with my 3rd finger on the 5th string. And I'm going to play my 2nd, 3rd, and 5th string. And actually, to make it sound really cool and authentic, I'm actually going to play it first with my 1st finger off. Take that 1st finger off, and then hammer it down right after I pick down here. So like this. Hear that? So I'm strumming, and then I hammer on. That's what the H means if you're looking at it. Okay, after I do that, I'm going to pick these fingers up, play my 2nd and 3rd together, and then I'm going to go 3rd fret up from the capo on 2nd and 6th string, and play my 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. And then 2nd string, 3rd string with these same fingers down. So that second half again goes 3rd fret on the 5th string, 1st finger ready to hammer on, play the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th strings, then 2nd and 3rd open, and then 3rd fret on 2nd and 6th string, and I play 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. 2nd string by itself, 3rd string by itself. Okay, and then you just start putting all that together. Soar down. That's the hard part for me too. And you repeat that like almost the whole song. The one part that's a little different, so I need to just scroll down here a little bit, is the chorus. And the chorus, I'm going to simplify a little bit if you're looking at Ultimate Guitar. It goes like this. It's going to be C, G, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, D. And then it goes back to the So again, I'll do that again, the chorus part, the strumming. 'Cause I remember when we're C, driving in your car, G. The speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk. You minor city lights, they out for us, D. Your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder, and I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. And then back to the da-da-da-da. So there you go. That's how you do Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Welcome everybody to your piano lesson this week. This week we are going to learn scales on the piano, and we're going to learn the patterns that you form to find out what your scales are. So we are going to start by learning a basic C major scale. First of all, find your C on the piano, which is find the group of 2 black keys anywhere you want, and then go to the left of those group of 2, and there's your C. And a scale, for a C major scale, is every white key until you get to the next C, okay? That's a total of 8 notes, and it's really only 7 because the top note and the bottom note are both C. Now, they're all white keys, but this is the only major scale that's all white keys. So we need to figure out what the pattern is that gets us to make this scale. And we do that by using the terms whole steps and half steps. A half step is when you go from one note to the very next note. A whole step is when you go skip a note. Now there's a pattern that makes major scales, and that pattern is 2 whole steps, then a half, then 3 whole steps, and then a half. Watch and see as I demonstrate that. So there's our C. We're going to do 2 whole steps to get to the next 2 notes, then a half step, then 3 whole steps, and a half step. And there's your C major scale. Now, like I said, that is the only major scale where every note is a white key. Let's do a major scale where almost all, or nearly almost every one is a white key, but not every single one. Let's do a G scale. Here's a G right here. And let's follow the pattern. 2 whole steps, half step, 3 whole steps, there's our black key, F sharp, and then a half step. So your G scale goes like that. Let's do a major scale that has kind of an even amount of white keys and black keys. Let's do the E major scale. Here's an E. So we go up 2 whole steps, half step, 3 whole steps, and a half step. So the E major scale. We can even start major scales on black keys. Let's start a major scale on F sharp. So we go up 2 whole steps, half step, 3 whole steps, and a half step. Okay, so those are major scales. There's another really common scale called minor scales. And minor scales have a different pattern. I'm going to demonstrate the minor scale to start out with on the one that also is all white keys, and this would be your A minor scale. So find your A, which is right here. And here's the pattern for a minor scale. It's going to go up a whole step and then a half step. Then 2 wholes, half, and then ends with 2 wholes. So again, whole, half, 2 wholes, 1 half, and 2 wholes. And that is your only minor scale that is all white keys. Let's go to C minor. Remember, C major was all white keys. Let's see how it changes when we do C minor. So here's your C. We'll do a whole step, then a half step, 2 wholes, and then a half, and then 2 wholes. There's your C minor. Let's do a minor scale that starts on a black key. Let's do A sharp. So we're going to do a whole and then a half, two wholes and then a half, and then two wholes. And there's A sharp minor. Now, scales may not be the most exciting things to do, but they are very helpful in so many areas of playing music. And in next week's lesson, we're going to use this knowledge of scales to help us with chords and playing in different keys on different songs. All right, it's time for our bass lesson this week, and by request, I had a student want to learn Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. And on the bass, you basically are playing the outline of what the guitar player is playing at the beginning. So usually when people want to know how to play Crazy Train, they want to know how to play the intro. So that's what I'm going to mainly focus on today. So you're going to start on your second fret, fourth string, and you're going to do it twice. And then you're going to go up to fifth fret, open, second fret. So you're all on the top string. After that, you're going to go up to fifth fret, but on your third string. And then open fourth string. So it's fifth fret, third string, open fourth. Repeat it. Fifth fret, first, fourth string. Fifth fret, third string. Then you end like this. Fifth fret, third string. Seventh fret, third string. And then you're going to sit on third string going open. Unless you want to learn the hard parts. Here's the hard part. So you do 4 opens. And then you're going to go open, third string again, 5th time, and then go to 7th fret on your second string. Open third string, 6th fret on your second string, open third string again. Fourth fret on your second string, open third string again. 2nd fret, second string. So it's going to go. I screwed up. I'm going to do it again with you. And it's pretty quick. Kind of like that. I'm surprised I could do it that quick. I'm not a bass player. But yeah, so you could just do this. Or you could do 4 of these and then go back to this and then do it again. Sorry. See the concentration in my eyes? So there you go. So that's the section that happens after that intro part, and then you just keep doing that during the verse, okay? And then you get to the chorus where they do the. So I'm just going on 4th string, 2, open, 2nd string, 2, 4th string, open, 2nd string, okay. But that's the part that people don't want to learn as much. When this person asked for Crazy Train, I think you wanted that first part. If you want more, let me know, and I'll do more next time. So there you go. There's your bass guitar lesson for the week. All right, it's time for our songwriting lesson today. And a few weeks ago, I did one on where we analyzed a song, and I did Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. And we analyzed lyrics, mainly. I was going to do one again using a more contemporary song, and that takes a look at lyrics and chords a little bit. And we're just going to take a very shallow dive into what's going on. And the song we're going to use is Dua Lipa's Don't Start Now. And if you take a look at the lyrics, I'm not pulling them up on the screen here because I'm just using Photo Booth, so I don't have the ability to do that unless I wanted to put more effort into this, and I want to go outside. It's nice. So anyway, this starts with a chord progression that has 4 chords. That's very repetitive. And it starts with an E minor. And if you play guitar, piano, or ukulele, you can kind of play along. So you go E minor, B minor, G, going to do that for every verse in the song, okay? When we get to the chorus, it uses the same four chords, but in a different order. It starts with B minor, then D, then E minor, and then G. So it's the same four chords, but it just goes in a different order. That's very common in popular music, to stay with the same four chords, but when you go from the verse to the chorus, mix up the order of them. Now, something else that happens in Don't Start Now is, from a production value, the beginning of the song has this really cool funky bass parts, okay? If you know the song, you know what I mean. And it's got this bass, funky bass part combined with a really heavy drum feel, and so it's got that kind of feel. And then when it goes to the chorus, it lightens up. That bass almost goes away, and it's just kind of this real light, floating kind of feel. The bass and drums both kind of fade away. So it's got a totally different feel. So this song kind of changes feels really big. So even though the four chords are staying pretty much the same, boy, the sound, the style of the song changes a lot. Now, you don't see that in every song. That's kind of a, I'm not going to say unique to this song, because it happens in some songs, but it's not as common as songs that have the same style. But it does give that song some variety, which I think is one reason why people like it. And you'll see pop music do that sometimes. So let's talk about the lyrics just a little bit. So this song, after the intro where she just sings "If You Don't Want to See Me," then goes into the verse. So she sings, "Did a full 180, crazy." So those two partial lines rhyme. If you want to consider crazy, that's that one word a line. But she's got a rhyme structure going already right there. Did a full 180, crazy. And you can see how she really stretches out the words 80 and crazy. And then thinking about the way I was is her next line, okay? So, and she sings that a little bit faster. And then the next two lines are kind of a repeat rhythmically and word structurally. So she sings, "Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe." So again, change me is drawn out, maybe is drawn out. And notice again how those two rhyme, and not just with each other, but 80 and crazy. So you got 80, crazy, me, maybe. They all rhyme. And then her next line, again, faster, like the second line of the song, but look at where I ended up, okay? So, and then I want to point one thing out about that too, from a rhyming structure. Up and was do not rhyme, but they're similar, okay? And they're separated by a line where you have two words that are rhyming. So you kind of have that similar sound in both of those. Was up, okay? So you can see how you can get away with words not completely rhyming, but they're close, okay? And then she's, "I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary." Once again, already and scary don't rhyme, but they're close, okay? And the other thing about "I'm all good already" and "so moved on, it's scary," both those lines have 6 syllables. And rhythmically, they're very similar. So even though you don't have that rhyme there, you have that common rhythmic structure, and you have the same amount of syllables. And then, "I'm not where you left me at all." And here's another thing too, from a rhyming standpoint. Already, scary, they both end with E, so do maybe and change me and crazy and 180. So you got 6 rhyming words in those lines at the first verse. And then, "I'm not where you left me at all." Again, all doesn't rhyme with was or up, but again, it has that sound in it. All, was, up. So it's got that sound at the end of all 3 of those. And then finally, let's just go to the chorus. "If you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me." Again, you got those 2 lines rhyming, and they're both very long lines. I didn't add up the syllables if they're the same, but rhythmically, they are very similar as well. So when you're writing a song, a lot of times we at first when we start writing, we just start writing down thoughts and lyrics, and we give a little thought to rhyming and structure, but think about all the work that went into this song to really make it catchy. The rhyming structures, the kind of rhyming structures, similar vowel sounds, the rhythmic similarities, the number of syllables used, There's a lot of thought that goes into this that makes it catchy. It just doesn't come out like this unless even, well, even people have been doing it for years will say it doesn't just come out like this all the time. So it takes some effort to think through that, okay? So there's some thoughts on both lyrics and then the chord structure, and then putting them together. That's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into today. But yeah, there's a lot of thought that goes into songwriting and making it good. So if you've ever tried to write a song and you're like, this is really hard, that's why. There's a lot of things that go into it. But you just learned some things today about chords and how you can do similar structures with your chords. We learned a little bit about style and how Don't Start Now has a couple different styles in it. And then we learned a lot about syllables and rhyming and lyric structure. So hope you enjoyed that lesson today on songwriting. All right, and as usual, our last lesson of the day for Friday, May 15th is our drum set lesson. And as usual, I have a YouTube video for you to watch, and the link is right below here in the description. So go ahead and click on that. A lot of my links through distance learning have been for students who don't have drum sets at home. And a couple of you have asked, can you do one for those of us who do have a drum set at home? And yes, so here you go. So this is a 20 beats that all beginner drummers should know. They put the music at the bottom of the screen as well as demonstrate the feel of it. So you can practice along with it, put some headphones on. You can stop and start it and practice the beats and just freeze it so you can see the music on the screen, however you want to do it. But really good video to learn some of the most basic beats and common beats you're going to play as a drummer. And if you don't have a drum set at home, you can still do this and use the methods that you've learned from past weeks of the videos I've shared with you for people who don't have a drum set at home. Whether that's doing some air drumming, putting like some folders or drumming on pillows, whatever, or just tapping on your legs and tapping your feet on the ground, whatever method you want to use, you can still learn from this as well, okay? So check out the link at the bottom, and that's it for our Shooting Star video for Friday about all of our bonus lessons, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.